Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new FIFA 19 Ultimate Team player review. Today we're looking at someone which I've actually wanted to cover since I was at the capture event. I played against Coutinho a couple of times and people were scoring ridiculous shots against me with this player and I wanted to use him ever since. So we finally got the chance now and well, just looking at the card itself, he's 88 rated out on the left wing there, being Brazilian from Barcelona. He's got 81 pace and shooting, as well as 86 passing, but the highlight stat is definitely that 91 dribbling, up there with some of the best players on the game. He's only 5'8", he's got high work rates. Could that be a factor? Could that be an issue for a player like this? We'll see. And then, well, he's right-footed with a nice 4-star weak foot, so you should be able to comfortably take shots on that left peg of his. And then, well, he's got 5-star skill moves this year. That's the one thing that he's been super upgraded on. Well, actually, it's not the one thing that he's been upgraded on. When we take a look at his in-game stats, you can see that he's now finally got 93 long shots. Something that I feel like Coutinho has deserved for a very long time. He does score really nice goals, doesn't he? We can all agree on that. But when we take a look at the in-game stats, you can see I've used Deadeye today. Deadeye is going to improve his shooting and his passing. So we've left it on that 81 pace. We're not going to boost that at all, even though sprint speed is quite low. I just feel like, you know, getting the shooting stats and the passing stats, especially for someone that's a left winger or could sometimes be moved to like a cam and stuff, seems like a real good option to me. And we literally max him out in attack positioning. We get that finishing up to a really usable level. 93 shot power, now 98 long shots, so it couldn't go much better. Oh, and we've got 96 curve now as well by boosting the passing area with the chemistry style too. And that's something that I wanted to test with Coutinho. I wanted to see what that curve was like because it's finesse shots, you know. They're very good on this game, and someone with stupid amounts of curve is obviously going to be finding the top bins a lot, I'm sure. So a couple of squad options for you then today. The first one's a full-on Brazil team where Coutinho plays as a left forward in a 4-3-2-1, and then the main squad that I actually used him in was this right here. So it didn't really play like this in game. The odd time it did, I would have moved Fekir back down to cam and then subbed off Ndombele or subbed off Rafinha and brought on someone up front, but if he does play out wide, I feel like he's a little bit hindered because of the pace that he's got. However, play him at cam, move him up to a left forward in a 4-3-2-1, which are the two things that I mainly tried to get him nice and involved in our attack and stuff. And he just turns into this complete and utter beast that I really did enjoy using. So moving on into the clips then, you're going to be able to see the shots that didn't quite work out for me and all the goals that I was able to score with the Brazilian, and it's time to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly. But there's actually only good and bad. There's no ugly going on here. So, the negatives. What don't I like about Coutinho? Well, there's a few things. Firstly, the sprint speed is low. We mentioned there's a huge difference between that acceleration, which is like 89, and then 75 sprint speed. Luckily, pace doesn't seem to be a massive factor on this game, so it's not going to be too much of an issue. But if you are using him as that wide winger who's trying to pull away from the fullback, you are just not really going to do much in terms of overall speed. So that's one thing. The other two things that I don't like are, well, the fact that he's, you know, very weak. This is little 5'8" Coutinho who just doesn't seem to have much in terms of strength, so that's to be expected. And then stamina was one which I wasn't expecting. It's average. I wouldn't say it's necessarily super low or anything, but it's just, I don't know, I don't feel like you get the best out of Coutinho, especially with that sprint speed and stuff. It just feels like he lacks a little bit towards the very end of the game. I'm talking last 10 or 15 minutes at max, or moving on into extra time or something. But those are the things I don't particularly like. What do I really love, though, about this player? And I will say that I really enjoyed using him. He seems fantastic, and for a game where I find taller players who are a bit of a brute to be more useful, I was actually really impressed with how tricky and usable Coutinho was. So that's something which, if you're put off by that speed or the height or something about him, I would say give him a go, because I was thoroughly impressed and I really enjoyed my time using him. Firstly, that acceleration, you know, it is the polar opposite of the sprint speed. It's very good, and tie that alongside someone who has just got like unreal agility and balance and dribbling ability and ball control. You know, he's got that combo that I've mentioned so many times in the past. It almost makes him feel quicker off the bat. You know, this is someone which will be like lightning to get going, and then to weave in and out of the defenders, even when you're not sprinting and you're like doing some nice close touch, close control, dribbling through defenders, maybe utilizing some of the 5-star skill moves. That's when you notice just how close the ball is kept to Coutinho's feet, and how well he moves with it, and how difficult it is for defenders to actually get to him to tackle him, which is obviously beneficial considering he's short and weak. Being able to stay away from those defenders is a massive, massive plus. Like I mentioned, he does have the 5-star skill moves, can do every trick in the book, and, well, he's a very, very well positioned player. I'm talking, we literally got him up to perfect positioning with the chemistry style that we've used today. Literally has 99 overall positioning. I think, versatility-wise, this is someone that plays brilliantly as a cam if you switch your game plan up. But I didn't half enjoy using him as a left forward in a 4-3-2-1 as well. That seems to be a formation that's starting to work for me, and it's something that I enjoyed him in. He got a little bit more involved in the attack. Finally, you got to mention that shooting. You know, the fact that he's got really good finishing now, the great shot power, and the long shots by default with that super high curve, the decent composure. This is someone that is going to bang those finesse shots into the back of the net so many times for you. Yeah, he just seems to be one of the best at the game at hitting finesses, and I really, really liked him. So there you go, guys. That is my review on 88 rated Coutinho here on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. Thank you so much for watching. Smash a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.